Yeah, yeah, kids.
I'm Sam. I'm with Godz Of Rap, and this is an interview with Kids at Play. To begin, can you all just introduce yourselves to the viewers, who you are, where you're from, where'd you all meet, and how'd you come up with the name Kids at Play?
Heavy intro.
Yeah.
We go left to right first.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Name.
Like, okay. Yeah, I'm Smith. My fault. I mean, I didn't know. Yeah, I'm Smith.
I'm Jacob.
I'm Earth.
I'm Quincy.
I'm Eddie. I'm Darius.
And I'm Sid.
And B-Dog is upstairs.
We are
missing
podcast.
Noah. And we're missing Noah, Vaughn, and Louie right now.
Yeah. But yeah, we're all from Virginia. I think everybody in this room is from Virginia.
Yeah.
The Noah's also not here right now, but he's also he's the art videographer, and he's from Detroit. He's in LA right now.
For Complex.
At Complex Con, yeah.
Hanging out with Lil Yachty and stuff.
I met through high school, like through like mutual friends and just like a bunch of really cool like organic things that happened to bring us all together. But we're just like, we're just friends from high school for real. Yeah, the name for Kids at Play just kind of popped into my head one day.
Tell them where it happened at.
I mean, yeah, it's just I was with Earth and we were at like H&M or some shit, and I was like, yo, because we had a group before this. Called a couple groups called a bunch of different bullshit. But at the time, like we were kind of like trading out, like kind of not trading out, but you know what I'm saying, we were just moving on like from different people that we had been working and making stuff with. And at the time it was just him and I pretty much, and we were trying to figure out what to do next. And the name just popped in my head. I said, what do you think about this? What do you think about Kids at Play? He was like, yeah, sounds cool. And we just ran with it ever since that. And then that's when we started meeting, just started kind of meeting everybody through high school and shit. But yeah, it was just Earth and I, like mad early.
So your IG bio clearly states that you're neither a band or a rap group. So my question really is, what are you?
A friend group. We're just a friend group. We're just friends.
That make music.
That make cool shit, yeah. Make cool music, and yeah.
And go on crazy adventures all the time.
Just adventuring the world.
Yeah.
That is very fair. It's a good way to see yourselves, honestly. Like don't put a label on yourselves. I get that. So you guys just dropped your second album titled KIDZmerica. How did that album come to be, and what's the main theme and message y'all are trying to get across?
So the genesis of the idea was kind of just what this like our world as we see it in like this place that we're in America and shit would look like if kids like us ran it, people that look like us, from like a kids and free spirited and young sort of perspective, since there's these old people in charge and like people of our
Black and brown
descendants, black and brown kids and shit like that. And that kind of turned into the idea of what if like us specifically had our own like denomination and we like ran some shit, and what that would look like, and what would be the capitals, what would be the laws, what would be the soundtrack, who would be the president, all that type of shit.
I just love the whole concept of it, honestly. It's so cool. Yeah, so there was an issue with one of your songs clearing before the album dropped called Tea Party. Can you explain to those who don't know just how hard it is to clear a sample?
For sure.
We've never sampled before, first of all. So like, and that was like a big thing early on, was like kind of like taking pride in that. Like I feel like we talked about that a lot, like especially with Mike Tyson Jab, we just made it a whole point that like we were producing all this ourselves, no samples, like all original like musical ideas and everything. Which is cool, and like we still take a lot of pride in that, because it's just like us trying to better ourselves as musicians. Like learning how to play music, because we're not really, none of us are like from like a classical or like any type of like musical training, really. Like it's more just like for the love of it, and using our ears and feelings to like figure out how to play everything. But for whatever reason, like not even for whatever reason, I had just heard the sample Decepticon by Latigre, just through like Spotify, just digging on Spotify and stuff, and like getting more into like different types of like punk and like 90s punk and stuff like that. And I just stumbled across La Tigre and like got really, really interested in them. And like when I heard the moment I heard that song, one, it became like one of my favorite songs, and two, it was like, yo, this sounds like us. Like I don't know why, but like the feeling that this song gives is us. Like I could just see us going crazy to the shit. I can see us running around the stage and like running around through our lives, and like this sounds like us. So initially it was like I wanted to just see like how if everybody fucked with that song and like how we could like bring that energy into the group, or like bring like that type of feeling and kind of like play off of it. But then it turned into like actually chopping up the sample and seeing if there was a song there. And then there ended up being an amazing song that organically just came out of us. Like really, it flowed really well, and we just got this good ass fucking song. And then yeah, anyone can pick up the process after the amazing process of like making the song was one thing, but then once we started to put it out or try to put it out, that became a whole nother thing.
And, I don't know. A lot of people just don't know how it works. And I mean, I still, like, we've gone through it, and I kind of still don't really know how it works. And every situation is very different. But, you necessarily just have to get permission from the people that you're sampling. And, we did everything that we could to try to just reach out. And, through just like the process was taking longer, and, we love the song so much. So it just became a thing where we're like, okay, do we, put it out? Do we wait on it? But we just felt like it needs to come out. So
yeah, it was time for that.
It was just time. So
much logistic shit. Like you don't go to the people you're sampling from. You pay a company to go to the people that you're sampling from. Just inquire about it. Doesn't matter if you get the sample or not. You got to pay them to just ask a question. And if they say no, if they say yes, then they come back. It's a whole lot of back and forth that you have no control over, and a whole lot of waiting on other niggas, which is not something we're very keen on. So
we stood on business.
Yeah, and there's probably a whole bunch of different ways to go about it also. We're not saying like that way was like probably the only way for businesses to do it, but that's the way that
It became like a conversation of it became like the sampling conversation, or like which I think maybe doesn't get talked about as much as maybe it used to or whatever, but it's just a hip hop thing. That's a hip hop conversation that happens a lot, of like the problem with sampling, or like the lack of ease of sampling and being able to create freely. Like we kept referencing, just like when J. Cole talked about that shit at the end of Forest Hill Drive, with him like having so many problems with trying to get the samples clear to be able to push the album back. It's like, that's why your favorite songs don't come out. That's why your favorite songs get leaked and can never come out, or the album gets pushed back. Like that's a huge problem in hip hop. And it was just like us finally getting that firsthand experience to feel that shit as an artist, and like kind of like what's the word, like resonate or like kind of relate to the artists that we've grown up listening and knowing what they're going through, just to get their vision and their creations out in the world. So it was a long process, and it was hard and
annoying
and frustrating, and all the things that you think it was. Like I think a lot of people maybe think that it was marketing or whatever, that we might get sued or or like, but it's real shit. And it's us taking the risk because we know how much we love our creations, and we never want to let anyone like suppress us or stop us just because they're not willing to have a conversation with us,
which most people don't understand, which is why they feel comfortable trying to tell us what to do with our music on social media.
I mean, it's hard because people don't know, but it's been us trying to educate people in that thing, like just trying to like explain but not have to explain ourselves.
Yeah.
And we keep moving forward.
Honestly, I have to say though that Car Sex Freestyle on YouTube is so damn good. I just want to know who produced it, and was this video release a part of the album promo?
He produced it.
Yeah, but backtrack a little bit. The idea came from so like it's tradition whenever we drop an album is to make another song that goes kind of along with it and drop the week before. So we're gonna be doing that for the rest of our albums. But,
Damn, said that
Just,
right
yeah,
now.
just
And we tried to put out Tea Party too, and we didn't have another, like, we were waiting for
Yeah.
clearance and shit, so then it ended up being like, yo, let's do a freestyle like we did for Mike Tyson Jab. Our first album that we dropped a year ago. So yeah.
and people like it for some reason. I don't
So
know.
I was like, hey yo, we were on the way to Nashville. We were in the van, in the mom van, and I was like, yo, we need the song. It's like Friday, and we got to drop this tomorrow. So what's the vibes? Should we just record it in the van? And we never done that before, and it was kind of hard to get everybody like on board with it. Earth was driving, was trying to play music, and we were like, hey yo, can you turn the music off? So he put headphones in while he was driving. We had the van to just like start creating, and then Darius got inspired and made the instrumental, and then it just Q started writing, or Smith started writing, and we just finished it after a few hours.
It was a tough one. Yeah. He had the idea to just make a song in the car, and yeah, that was hard to like want to do. I think for all of us, like in the beginning, just because like it was a long ass ride and like so much other shit we were wanting. Yeah, uncomfortable. Motherfucking made a seat. Not that ride, but like it was just a weird time.
On the way back though, bro.
Yeah.
Because we recorded it like 2 separate times.
Yeah. And we like got to work and like did some splice shit and like had some inspiration for some other shit that we've been hearing recently, like that we've all collectively been gravitating towards. And just like on a kind of more like not so serious and locked in vibe as we usually are. And I just cooked it up like 10 minutes, sent out the instrumental to like each of us individually. We're like earphoned up in the car, like thinking of bars and shit, all recorded in the car at some point or another. And yeah, that's what came out pretty much. There's hella like car humming in the song if you like listen closely and shit. It's a wild song, but it's a sweet ass vibe.
And then we got to Virginia and we were in the studio. We said
This room.
In this room, and we were like, shit, fuck it, let's put a music video.
Yeah.
For it.
And so we just did it, in the studio. As you can see, we
edited it, we shot it, edited it, and put it out.
Same day,
I think. Yeah.
And people, seem to really
people hate that. People like that more than any song on the album.
It's just ridiculous. Wow.
But that's how it goes, bro.
Maybe we should
It's the ones you don't expect.
The word supergroup has been thrown around your name a lot lately, and I'm just wondering what sets you apart from other supergroups like Odd Future and Brockhampton.
First of all, we're not a rap group or a band because 3 of us make the music. 3 of us are the ones that are on the songs, producing the songs predominantly and everything. So we have not only artists, we have creative directors, we have DJs, managers, photographers, videographers. We're not all doing one thing, or it's not just niggas hanging around for the vibes. Everybody in the group does something, their individual thing, and it all helps push us along. And we're also just like a family. Like Sid has really helped us open up and just talk about our emotions and stuff openly, like deadening a lot of toxic masculinity shit, and like just being way more open with each other, which I feel like not a lot of people that look like us tend to do. So I think that's another thing that really sets us apart. And we have the best DJ in the world that also sets us apart.
I feel like, I don't know, I kind of want to make some shit clear right now.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Do it.
If there's clip potential, I hope this comes out. But
No.
when it comes down to it, bro, how are we different than Brockhampton or Odd Future? That's up to y'all. Like, like our music's different. That's how we're different. We don't make the same shit. We don't really sound the same as them. We're a group and we make music, so of course people are gonna say, yo, it's the same thing. But at the same time, like, we weren't outwardly inspired by them. I'm a huge Tyler fan. We're all huge Tyler fans, not really Odd Future fans, just because we're like a little bit after that era, kind of growing up. Like I didn't even get into rap till like 2013. So I didn't even have the idea of doing a group of like musicians and all these type of creatives until like after peak Odd Future time anyway. So it's like, it wasn't like I saw Brockhampton or saw Odd Future. I'm not even like a huge Brockhampton fan. It was literally like, I'm making music, my friends are making music, and like the rest of us just have really good talents and abilities, and we just came together organically. Like I feel like we don't like, I'm not going, and none of us are gonna like get up here and try to explain ourselves and plead our case to be like, yo, we're different than them. We're not the same. Like, believe us. Like, it's up to y'all. If y'all fuck with us, that's cool. If not, fuck it. We're doing our own thing. We came together in our own way. We didn't come together on Reddit and shit. You know, like Brockhampton dudes didn't even know each other, but we're all like, there's like blood, family ties all in this shit. Like cousins, brothers, like we came together organically through high school. We're all from the same state. Like we like, I don't know. I guess maybe that's the way we stand out from each other, from the rest of them, is like we really know each other. Like we're really family. So
And I think that there's like a weird thing where like the general public forgets that there's like new kids that exist in the world that have no idea who the fuck Brockhampton is, or in the odd future. I mean, that shit was like 12 years ago. Like who the fuck? I don't even know what the fuck was happening 12 years ago. You know, so there's a 15-year-old out here that has no music group that he's, you know, fans of. And that's what we're here for, is to, you know, be that kid's favorite group when he was growing up. My goal, you know, or our goal as kids, as the whole group, as kids, is, you know, 20 years down the line, we meet a fan and he's like, bro, I grew up on you guys. Like, holy shit, what the fuck? Like, you guys really like shaped my childhood, you know? It's like you're wearing a golf shirt right now because that fool's been doing that shit since he was like
our age, that are on the internet that probably hate on us, but it's like, bro, this
it's not for you
like
sometimes,
it's kind of not for, like, if you don't fuck with it, then it's just not for you.
Yeah.
It's for people that are discovering new music, that are interested, and that's any age, you know. If people are so stuck on Our Future and Brockhampton, even though both of those things are dead and over, if they're so stuck on that, then they can stay, like, that's fine.
What inspires y'all to keep going, and how do you overcome obstacles that you may face when making music?
I would say obstacles that we face when making music, it's a lot of communication. Like between us three, we try to have open lines of communication. If we don't like something, find a way to say it. Like, don't just say, bro, I don't like that shit. And also, we encourage constructive criticism, not just criticism. Like, if you're going to tell me something's ass, tell me an idea that would make it not ass to you. Don't just say that shit's ass and leave me at ground zero. Because now I got to figure out what I want to do all over again. And yeah, just being very honest with each other, making sure that we're close, making sure that our ideas are like on the same page and meshing different shit, different influences, writing out all the shit that we've been liking, write out all the shit that we like to do, and just keep trying, keep experimenting. We should have this shit hanging up in the studio somewhere. But our main thing that we always say is try everything. Like if you have an idea, try it. We'll see if we like it, but don't keep it to yourself. Try it.
And that goes for everybody too. Like, even though it is us three making the majority of the music, or all of the music, but you know, it's like, try anything in the way of like us have ourselves open to like anybody trying anything. Jacob's on the bass right now.
Hold that shit up, Jacob.
Like he's been just diving into you know, he's just been wanting to play bass because it's around, and like
we never use it.
Yeah, he's just, I mean, that's not true. But you know, it's like Jacob, he'll pull up, he'll lay some stuff, he'll lay a vocal line, he'll lay whatever. You know, Earth will come up with like an idea, melody idea or drum idea. It's a lot of drum ideas. He really wants us to do like more like garage and drum and bass shit. Or you know, we're like forcing Sid to come up here and say something on the mic. Like it's like, I'd say like it's a lot of, it tries to be open collaboration. Sometimes maybe we'll put our blinders up and get too locked in, but we try to make it as open as possible, like even to the people that aren't focused on making the music.
I got a verse.
He does.
Eddie just dropped a verse on Ratification, bro. That shit.
I got a whole tape coming soon.
Fun fact, we do prioritize having a family dinner every single day.
Yes, I saw that on your stories one day. That is so dope.
In the mornings every single morning we wake up, first thing we do is walk into the community family room, and we say good morning and we talk about how we're feeling and kind of reminisce on the day before that and really get close to each other.
We meet at 9 a.m. every day.
Yeah.
Not to sound so structured, but you know,
like,
we gotta set a time where we won't.
We need that shit. We do need structure.
What keeps, like, I feel like us going on a personal level, and me, is like, I think these guys, like, they're honestly so talented. We're all very talented, and just like being around that and getting to like participate with that is more inspiring than like anything else. Like I think we're all inspired by like when new shit happens in the industry and you know the big guys shake shit up, or like there's new people on the scene and like different come up stories to watch. So that's you know that's why we love it in the first place. But what keeps me going at this point is yeah, just like constantly learning from my peers and like growing together, like trying the most outlandish shit and being wrong sometimes. Like I don't know, we're all like very ballsy, very talented, and yeah, I love that. That's what keeps me like wanting to come back and give the world stuff.
So is there any other artists that you would like to work with in the future?
Listen,
Murder.
Leve,
Murder Beach just DM'd us.
Biba Doobie,
Yo,
Murder Beats.
it's a crazy just fucking
Yeah.
have that.
He produced Butterfly Effect.
As in he don't know. See these albums on his fucking wall.
Yeah, the credits up on that wall right now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if Murder's listening anyway, yeah, he just kind of reached out. So
Yeah.
love to
We
work
like
with him.
Yeah, love you.
Yeah.
Like I
Love you,
said,
Mr. Murder.
Leve, Biba Doobie, Yachty would be fire to work with.
Yeah, it'll be stupid. Pharrell, we're from VA, so
Rico,
Rico,
we've had like an on and off like
relationship.
Will they,
Facebook
won't
poking,
they?
yeah, relationship. I'd love to, yeah, see what she's about and get her on some shit.
Amine, love to work with him. It would be really cool to work with.
Cole Bennett. Shout out Cole.
Oh,
Cole.
yeah,
Kids
yeah,
that play
in
Cole
a
Bennett
different-
video would
yeah.
be fucking stupid. Yeah, trying to think other than just
Yeah,
music.
yeah.
You want to well, I know for Weird you want to work with Rob, right?
With Rob Deerday, yeah. That's a big
Oh,
dream.
shit.
Oh, yeah.
Room.
Boiler Room.
Boiler
Yeah.
Room.
Everybody throw it out. Say who you got. Who your pick, bro? Rico. Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Eddie?
Me,
You got a pick?
I'm trying to get out there, you know what I'm saying?
What was that?
What are you going to say?
Or anybody.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can-
Travis.
Travis, yeah,
Yeah.
would be crazy.
That's the
Go big or go home. Yeah, out of all those you guys named, Amine would be really dope. You guys' vibes just match so good. And Cole Bennett, that would be really dope.
Cole Bennett.
That's coming.
Video.
That's coming
His
soon.
video is stupid.
Yeah.
Also, fun fact: if you ever in a city, if you ever just in a random city, you know what I'm saying, like LA, New York, or something, and you hear a bunch of people screaming random white girl names walking down the street, it's probably us. Come say hi. It's one of our favorite pastimes.
Yeah.
See who turns around and then act like we didn't say that just now.
To circle back to your question, I think that's one thing that we want to do is more of that. We just want to travel around the world and keep being ourselves and have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I say outside of music, that's what we want to do the most as a group.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Do what we do everywhere.
You keep throwing the signs up,
Yeah,
right?
we-
Do what we do.
No.
How many albums do you want from us, Sam?
Barely. Yo, mama.
Give me at least 6.
6 albums.
Six?
That's not bad.
You
I
want me
think
to
that's
work
a fair number.
6 albums?
You're already on 2, so that's only 4 more.
Yeah, 6 is pretty good.
Kids, never mind. Yeah, you're right.
Even
Yeah.
if it's just like mixtapes, EPs, whatever, you know. Just keep,
Yeah.
keep going.
Okay.
Just keep going. That's the
Projects.
thing.
Projects, I got you.
Six
Yeah, we could probably
probably
yeah.
bang out 6 next year.
What's your favorite song?
Where are you from?
Wow,
Really?
that is
Yeah, that's just so hype. It was hype.
I don't know
Yeah.
if anybody in this room feels that.
yeah.
That's interesting. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's a good pick, though. I'm just, yeah, that's
I
interesting.
like it.
Would you like to know ours?
Is that your favorite?
Yeah.
Everybody say their favorite song.
At the same time.
From
No,
from
no,
us?
Oh,
Say you start. Say you start.
Same time as chaotic.
I know.
Runner side, okay. Runner side.
Oh, ever?
Favorite song? It's probably it's in mine really shit, but that's out. Fucking sexualization. It's fire.
Wow, good picks. Eddie.
I was thinking right now. I still like Woodstock a lot.
Ah,
Yeah.
good pick. Good pick.
Yeah.
Q.
I'd probably say 40. No, let me stop.
The 3-year-old.
They're probably like, why are they
Yeah.
laughing? It's like that.
Yeah, I'll probably go with Runner.
You say how you really feel.
Yeah, runner's high.
I changed my pick.
Yeah.
Bro, it's easily
That's
persuaded.
Oh,
Vanilla.
I'm in between Hollywood or ratification, because there's some
Ratification.
because there's something about that, bro. It's something about that switch in the middle. There's just so
bruh.
much that happens that it's like, yeah.
Tea Party or Runner's High. Yeah, Tea Party, Runner's High.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to.
It's hard
Those
to
are
pick.
those are a big tie in my mind.
It's hard to pick when you're good at this shit.
Too many to pick from. Tell me some weird shit. What was the weirdest thing that happened to you guys on tour?
Oh,
No, tell them what just happened in Tennessee.
shit, that was pretty weird, but I don't know if that was a good weird.
Yeah.
What weird?
Who said it had to be a good weird?
Was it Bourbon Street?
The weirdest thing that
Bourbon
happened to me
Oh.
in Nashville was going out into the city after the show.
Yeah.
Bourbon
That
Street.
was crazy. Going down to
We wanna
what is
see
it called?
weird.
Broadway.
Yeah.
Going down to Broadway and just
Broadway.
talking to people was
That's what I was talking
insane.
about.
Because we went there like right as all the clubs were closing, so we like didn't get a chance to go into any of the clubs, and we had never mind. But but yeah, we didn't know everything closed at 3. We got there at like 2:30. So everyone was just flooding out of the bars, drunk as fuck, and we were just talking to people on the street. And
We almost got into a couple fights. Like,
yeah, Jacob almost got his shit rocked because
Nobody rocking me.
No.
but yeah, he
You don't mean that.
yeah, he made fun of this dude with a lazy eye on accident. On accident.
He was looking at some butt, bro.
Yeah.
So I caught his ass.
What, he copped out with the lazy eye?
But he didn't. Yeah, but he didn't.
Yeah, bro. I said, "Hey, yo, why you looking at her like that?" He goes,
That shit weird.
I was like, we're going like this, and then we almost got in a fight.
But you didn't know he had a lazy eye
No, I didn't
All
know.
lazy-eyed people.
until after, and then
So he wasn't really looking at the butt. He was looking this way, but he was really.
Yeah.
He was.
That was funny.
Lazy-eyed community.
That was a funny.
Furious.
We talked to there was these gnomes.
Shout out to them.
So it was Halloween. It was Halloween too. So everybody was dressed up. Everybody's drunk, dressed up, wilding out. This one dude I was like, yo, what's the moves after this? He was like, hey, bro, yeah, man. The moves is the strip club. That's really the only thing open. I was like, oh, bet. Like, where should we go? He's like, yeah, you really got to go to Atlanta if you want to go to the strip club. He's like,
Bitch, that's 3 hours away.
And we had just come from Atlanta.
yeah. So that was like kind of disappointing that we couldn't go anywhere. But yeah, I don't know.
No, hold on. Tell him what happened that night too.
You got 1 minute. You got less than 1 minute.
All right, well, we ended up talking to this one group of people, like just randomly, and this white dude walked up to us, and he, out of the just most random, he puts his arm around Jacob and just looks at him and calls him the N-word just so smoothly. Like it was so smooth out of his mouth. It felt like he believed that he was one of us, and
He was wearing
it was
full
shocking.
camo,
full country as country could be,
trucker hat and everything.
and we just stood there.
Like, okay, you said that's when it was time to go home.
We're about to get kicked out.
One last word. Go.
I love you.
Love you.
I appreciate it, guys. Really
Love
do.
you.
Thank you so much.
Listen to KIDZmerica. It's go get that shit.
Kids that play, KIDZmerica on all
KIDZmerica.
streaming platforms. Go stream that shit today.
I put God on the phone. We need the check.